Eric Schneiderman has been accused by four women who dated him, actually three women who dated him and one who he made advances to, who rejected him, of assault. He slapped that woman across the face who did not agree to relations with him. He apparently slapped, choked, spit on the other women. Now, context before the Republican reaction. Schneiderman has been a vocal opponent of Trump, pursuing a series of legal actions against his policies as president and filing numerous lawsuits against his enterprises long before he took office. It's true, he's fought Trump for years now, and in fact, he just got a $25 million settlement on the scam that was Trump University. And he was in the middle of making sure that New York could prosecute Donald Trump if Donald Trump tried to pardon people like Michael Cohen or others involved in some of the cases that relate back to him. I thought his efforts there were fantastic. And in fact, I recently did a video about that particular fight that Schneiderman was in to make sure that we could hold Trump and his associates accountable at the state level. Now, having said that, it turns out that Schneiderman in his private life was an absolute disaster and resigned and should have, and the Manhattan District Attorney Office is looking into possible charges against him. So, a gleeful response, of course, from the Republicans, which is understandable. Kellyanne Conway simply retweets an old tweet from Schneiderman and says, "Gotcha." And the tweet, of course, had said, "No one is above the law, and I'll continue to remind President Trump and his administration of that fact every day." So give the devil their due. She's allowed to say gotcha all she wants on this case. Donald Trump Jr., the president's son, says about another tweet about sexual assault survivors from Schneiderman, "This didn't age well." True enough. Dana Loesch, despicable spokesperson for the NRA, says, "Literally fighting women is not the same as fighting for women, but he did fight for women and apparently did fight them in his private life, so both are true. But they get to gloat. I get that, and it is fair, and Schneiderman deserves it." What's interesting is that Donald Trump, back in 2013, almost predicted this. In a sense, I'll give him credit for that. He said, "Weiner is gone, Spitzer is gone. Next will be lightweight Attorney General Eric Schneiderman. Is he a crook? Wait and see, worse than Spitzer or Weiner." Now, understand that Schneiderman was pursuing him for violations of the law, including the scam called Trump University. Schneiderman eventually won on that, and Trump paid out $25 million. And Trump makes a lot of brash allegations against all of his opponents. So a broken clock is right twice a day. On the other hand, there are a lot of cryptic references that Trump makes to other famous people, sometimes famous Democrats. He did this to Bill Clinton too. "Hey, Bill, don't make me say the things I know." What did they know? What do they know about each other? What are they doing in these elite circles where they won't, dish the dirt on each other? So I don't know if that's the case. All we have is that tweet to go on, and as I just explained to you, it could be for a couple of different reasons. But now we're going to get to the Republican hypocrisy in a second, but hold, a little bit more gloating, this time from Fox News.
Tonight, an alleged physical abuse of multiple women by New York Attorney General Eric Schneiderman, so-called champion of choice, and the report is getting stunning reaction almost instantly.
It's interesting to note that in 2013, Donald Trump tweeted, quote, "Weiner is gone, Spitzer is gone, next will be lightweight AG Eric Schneiderman. Is he a crook? Wait and see, worse than Spitzer or Weiner."
So they kept rubbing it in throughout the day, and that's totally fine. Calling him a so-called champion of choice, he actually was very much for pro-choice and actually passed legislation. Look, there's a lot of irony and hypocrisy when it comes to Schneiderman on Schneiderman's side. When he was a state legislator, he pushed for a bill that would outlaw choking more clearly and give more severe consequences. One of the things he's accused of is choking, non-consensual. So they're right to rub it in any way they like. Now, of course, two can play at that game. Let me tell you about Rob Porter, one of the top aides to Donald Trump. You remember he resigned in disgrace because I could go over 1,000 allegations here, but let's just go to one of his ex-wives, Colby Holderness. She said the thing that Rob Porter would do most frequently is he would throw me down on a bed And he would just put his body weight on me and he'd be yelling at me. But as he was yelling, he'd be grinding an elbow or knee into my body to emphasize his anger. The choking was just very scary and dehumanizing. That sounds almost identical to what Schneiderman did. But let's be fair here, okay? And let's give Donald Trump a chance to respond. Maybe he was just as tough on Rob Porter as him and his allies are being on Eric Schneiderman. So this was what Trump had said about Rob Porter when he left the White House. Let's watch.
Do you have a comment on this reporter?
Thanks, guys.
Well, we wish him well. He worked very hard. I found out about it recently, and I was surprised by it. It was very sad when we heard about it, and certainly he's also very sad. Now, he also, as you probably know, he says he's innocent, and I think you have to remember that. He said very strongly yesterday that he's innocent.
Okay, he said it very strongly. I mean, we have such an uneven playing field here in America. Democrats get accused, if they did it, like in the case of Schneiderman, it certainly looks like he did it, they immediately resign. Republicans, they deny it very strongly. And so he was very sad, not for the victims, if you noticed. He was very sad for Porter that he got found out that he did domestic violence against his partners. In fact, I'm gonna read you graphic 48 here, because Trump had gone on to say about Porter, "We certainly wish him well. It's obviously a very tough time for him. He did a very good job while he was in the White House. We hope that he will have a wonderful career." I don't remember Schneiderman or Trump or Kellyanne Conway or anyone else saying about Schneiderman, "It's a sad time for him. We wish him well. I hope he has a wonderful career." But I'm not done. So in the 1990s, Harry Hurt III wrote a book called Lost Tycoon, The Many Lives of Donald J. Trump. And in it, he talked about what his ex-wife, Ivana Trump, said in a divorce deposition. Now, this is under sworn testimony. It's under oath, okay? And by the way, Ivana does not exactly deny it. I'll get to that in a second as well. Here's a description from, funny enough, Jane Mayer of The New Yorker, the same person who broke the Schneiderman story. Hurt obtained a copy of her own sworn divorce deposition from 1990, in which she stated that the previous year her husband had raped her in a fit of rage. That's Donald Trump raping his wife. In Hurt's account, Trump was furious that a scalp reduction operation he'd undergone to eliminate a bald spot had been unexpectedly painful. Ivana had recommended the plastic surgeon. In retaliation, Hurt wrote, Trump yanked out a handful of his wife's hair and then forced himself on her sexually. Well, that sounds even worse than what Schneiderman did. What Schneiderman did was terrible, the choking, the slapping, the spitting, and the terrible things that he said to these women. But no one's accused him of rape. Trump's own wife at the time said he raped me, yanked me around by the hair, etc. There's more details. Afterward, according to the book, she spent the night locked in a bedroom crying. In the morning, Trump asked her, quote, with menacing casualness, does it hurt? Trump has denied both the rape allegation and the suggestion that he had a scalp reduction procedure. Just think, okay, look, first of all, this is not a gray area. This is not he said, she said. He doesn't even, he paid her $14 million, and I'm sure for a number of different reasons, and they had just gotten divorced. But Ivana Trump is very clear about this under oath. And again, I'll get to her so-called clarification in a second. So he drags her out by the hair, he rapes her, she cries all night, he comes back. And then, forget the tone of voice. He callously asks her if she's okay, but then he denies the rape and the scalp reduction procedure. That's like saying, hey, did you commit a triple homicide? I deny the triple homicide plus the jaywalking. Who cares about the jaywalking? Why? But no, it's all about his own ego. Hey, I don't have a bald spot. Oh, my wife, did I rape her? Yeah, no, I mean, I paid her off, but no, I didn't rape her. But I definitely don't have a bald spot. Hurt said that the incident which was detailed in Ivana's deposition, was confirmed by two of her friends, just like Schneiderman. The girlfriends at the time confirmed that Schneiderman's girlfriend had told him at the time, Ivana at the time had told her girlfriends that Donald Trump had physically assaulted her and raped her. Now to her non-denial denial. She confirmed that she had said in a deposition that her husband had raped her. So not even denying it. She confirmed she absolutely said it under oath, and I guess if she lied, she should be locked up in prison. I mean, that's a hell of a thing to lie about somebody, right, about rape? But added that she did not want those words to be interpreted in, quote, a literal or criminal sense. What other sense is there for the word rape? Is there a non-literal version of rape? Is there a non-criminal version of rape? So Ivana Trump, what did you mean if you didn't mean literal or criminal? Or were you happy to take the money? Look, Ivana Trump is also a victim. So, okay, it is what it is. She's covering for him, but doing a very, very poor job at it because she says, yes, I did say under oath that he raped me. It just wasn't criminal rape. Again, I don't know non-criminal rape. I don't know what that means. So, should Schneiderman resign? Absolutely, and he did. Should Donald Trump resign? Well, he did the same and worse. He absolutely, positively should resign by the Schneiderman standard. But yet, in this country, it's not how it works. If a Democrat does something wrong, and sometimes if they just allege that he did something wrong, gone, immediate resignation. When a Republican does something heinous, despicable, nope, no resignation, no apology, no consequences. The Republican Party and its followers that tolerate this are grotesque. There's no Democrat today in the country going, oh no, Schneiderman should have stayed. Oh, so what? So what that he beats people? Oh, those are just allegations. Who cares? Who cares that there's incredibly good reporting by Ronan Farrow and Jane Mayer at the New Yorker? Who cares about the victims? No Democrat is saying that. No liberal that is saying that. When it's a Republican, oh yeah, so what? So what that he raped his wife? I mean, she said it under oath. She confirms she says it under oath. So what? So what? So what? I want the president. I like the president. He hates the same people I hate. I don't care that he raped people. Just own it, Republicans. Own it. That's who you are. You're monsters. Just live with it. Young Turks. Two easy ways to follow the Young Turks. One is hit the subscribe button down below. Then you're a TYT subscriber. And second is ring the bell. And when you do that on YouTube, you're notified of our videos.